everyone. Welcome to The Power of I Am. I am Eric. I am all that is. I am love. I am perfection. I am always chosen. I am everyone's top priority. No one is better than me. No one compares to me. Claim it. Alright, what I want to talk about today is a quote by Theodore Roosevelt. And the quote is, "Comparison is the thief of joy." And how we can apply this to manifestation. Well, first, before I begin, I forgot to say, if anyone wants to work with me, the link's in the description. If anyone wants to join the membership channel, we have weekly access to the live streams where I'll answer anything you can fucking ask me, as well as exclusive videos that you won't find on the public side. Links in the description. All right. Comparison is the thief of joy. Now, I just want to throw a perspective at you and get you guys to look at my next couple videos. Actually, my next one's going to be the same too. A similar concept, but not with the comparison. How comparing ourselves actually takes us out of having our manifestations, actually removes us, shifts us out of being who we say we are. And there's one that you may not realize you're doing. I'm going to bring that up towards the end. But first, I'm going to bring up the most obvious one. And the irony is the reason why you're even witnessing this is because if you understood how reality works, and reality is your algorithm, you are in fact only seeing it because you are it. But when you don't realize it and you still look through the lens of why not me, well, therefore, that's exactly why you're in the reality, because that's who you're observing reality as. Whatever you observe reality as, reality will start to mold and bend into who you are. That's why it's malleable, because you're looking at a mental image of everything you've already accepted as true, and you cannot change what you see outside of yourself. So when you start to see things start to trickle in, things start to materialize as reality rearranges itself to you, as you, by you, through you, you may see evidence of what you've been claiming. Now, just because you see evidence of what you've been claiming, a lot of you look at it as like, if it's not in my physical possession, if I'm not driving the car, if I don't have this person next to me, right, then that means I don't have it. Well, what have you been claiming? You've been claiming you're in love. You've been claiming you're rich as fuck. And again, I talked about this before, but I'm going to talk about it again. So you may see other people with your manifestations, right? Why does everyone get what I want? Why did they get the promotion? Why? Why did my friends get engaged and not me? All of my friends from whatever fucking band camp. All my friends from band camp got engaged, but not me. Yogi boo boo. You hear yourself? That's fucking why. But anyway, so you start telling yourself, you're waking up and you're reminding yourself you're all that is, which is the most important thing to remind yourself, because when you realize you're the observer of you, you can instantly shift and understand that it's true because you say so, and because you recognize yourself as the truth. And if you don't recognize yourself as the truth, then you're forever going to be identified by the outside. The outside is going to forever control you and tell you who you are, what to accept, what not to accept, what to it'll tell you who you are and that you're rejected and you can't have this. Only other people can. But let's say you've been telling yourself, you know what, I'm all that is, I am love. You know what, I'm happy, I'm healthy, I'm free, I'm in love. I'm engaged, whatever you women say, I'm engaged, I have all this money, whatever it is. And then you mean to tell me you start to see other people in love. Right? It's the same as like purple BMWs, we see them, right? How many times we got to talk about a purple BMW? And then we see them. Or, like for example, I'll give you guys an example. How reality is a joke. So I was watching Monday Night Football, and a buddy of mine calls me up. It's about fantasy, so he either calls me up to brag or to cry, one or the other, based on what's happening in the game. So he randomly goes, "Hey, what is the name of that show with dragons and swords and this blonde girl that's hot?" And I was like, "Game of Thrones?" He's like, "Yeah, that's it." I'm like, "So you're talking about Daenerys Targaryen?" He's like, "Yeah, bro, she's hot." It's the most random thing to say in the middle of us talking about football. Then he goes back to the regularly scheduled crying about his team, about his fantasy players. But then, so after the conversation, 5 minutes later, I get some shit sent to me on Instagram because, I have some of my best friends are on Instagram and we barely speak a word to each other, but we'll just send reels all fucking day. And he sends me the thing that says, it's all funny shit. It says, whoever is your birth month is your girlfriend or whatever, some stupid like that, right? So, of course, I'm in May, and I look at May, and it's Daenerys Targaryen, right? It's not even just that Daenerys Targaryen popped up in my awareness. It's that it was also the exact birth month, so it's like reality made sure I fucking saw her, right? Here it is. But what you gotta understand, things like that, everything's awareness. So you start telling yourself, and by the way, things like that happen to me all the time because I'm present and I'm aware, I can see it. Because I'm not living in my head all fucking day in points in time that don't exist. Because I go in with intent. I go in and describing things as if it's already the way I would like it to be, or I'll go myself and give myself an experience. And then I'm free, I know I'm the truth, so I can be present and enjoy my life and not wait for anything. Why would there be a sense of waiting if I had it? If you guys are still waiting, you're still not it, right? Because there is no waiting. All points of existence are happening now. And again, when you understand how reality works, why would you be waiting? That's insanity if you really think about it. If you actually accepted the truth, then it's insanity to wait, right? It's kind of like how this person here is the best driver of all time. He literally waited to the last minute to take a left into the driveway. And that's amazing because you know why he's the best driver of all time? Because he could have waited longer and we would have collided, but because he did it at that exact moment, we didn't collide. So he, in fact, is the best driver of all time. You see how I just did that? All right. So, okay, back to what I was saying. So, the same way, you know, I'm more present, so I see things like that happen to me all the time. I see my own consciousness bared back to me at all times. I see it. Reality is a fucking joke. I see it. Down to, like I told my members, down to seeing the same man plant the same rose bush every fucking day. Why? Because I expect it. Right? You ever wonder why you go to the gym? Doesn't matter what time you go to the gym. You'll see the same people. Why? Because your mind is associated you observing those people in that space. And the infinite only understands now. It doesn't understand that you're going on at 2 p.m. instead of 11 a.m. It doesn't fucking understand. It's just like, okay, it was just now we associate this normality with you, so we'll put these same, you know, versions of you in the, you know. But anyway, back to what I'm saying. So you'll start seeing evidence of who you are, right? Park here real quick. All right. You'll start seeing evidence of who you are. So if you're telling yourself, oh, I'm in love. Oh yeah, SP love me, and we're engaged, and this and this, and then your friend calls you. Oh my God, guess what? Brad proposed, and you're like, you know, you're pretending to be happy, even though they're just you, because you're like, why not me? Well then, how you look at that, how you look at yourself, you're saying why not me, but the irony that is you, because how you look at them is who you are. It's telling reality who you are still. So instead of looking at it, of course I'm seeing this, because I am that, right? Of course, instead of looking at it like that's available to me, that's why I'm seeing it. It's in my awareness. Reality is rearranging itself to me. I am love, therefore I see love, I experience love. I'm happy for them because they are me, right? Why? Because guess what? To those that were engaged, if you were engaged and then your friend called you up and said they were engaged, you'd be telling me, oh my God, let's fucking talk about this all day. Let's talk about our lives. Right? But you're still aware. You're looking at it through the jealous perspective, which means, again, you don't have. Right? It's the same story when I told my members. When I said, 5,000 a day is normal for me. 30 minutes later, my mom mentioned, that my father might need $5,000 for a procedure. This whole problem because reality is like, okay, well, this is happening because you just said that. Right? Or you can look at it like, prove it. But what do most people do? Oh my God, Eric, I affirmed, and then this happened, and then now, well, that happened because you just fucking said who you were. And there is no fucking delay. You think there is a delay, so there will be. But anyway, so it's how you look at yourself as well. You gotta realize everything is your conscious mirror back. If you're sitting there hating what you're literally trying to bring into your life, you're just gonna fucking repel it because you're being the person who doesn't have it because that's why you hate it. That's why you're jealous. That's why you're the why not me's, because you're aware. From all the fuck you want, but if you go out there and that's how you view the world, not fucking sustainable. Anyway, I've talked about that before. Same with money. Like I just mentioned the money thing with me. Reality's asking for the money that I already claimed I had. Or maybe you start seeing people rich. Maybe you start seeing fancy cars. Maybe you start seeing like rich guys everywhere with the guys, with the hot girl and the rich guys, and they're all those, well, why not me? No, you're around that because that's you now, right? I thought that's what you said. That's who you said you were. Why not me? That's what you just fucking said you were. Wake up, please. Wake up. Wake up. Snort some coffee beans or something. Wake up. But anyway, it's about being. Reality's going to give you who you are. All right. So finally, this one. Eric, how do you feel about remembering the good memories? No fucking problem. Just remember how fucking reality works. Right? Whenever you're in your head, whether it's perceived past, perceived future, the infinite sees it as now. Only now, because your mind sees it as now. If you want to get scientific, a little subcultural sees it as now. Everything's now. So, and like I said, because the masculine side of the mind, and when both sides are in harmony, you can instant manifestations, right? The masculine has already experienced those truths, so that's how it can replicate patterns in your life. Every time you remember, it's like you remanifest it instantly. It's like, here you go. You just transmit this to everyone. Whatever this memory is, how it affected your identity, you're just fucking spreading it everywhere, right? You might have to tape the arrows on the ground in the grocery store so you don't spread being ghosted everywhere. Because, you know. But anyway, so good memories. Now, like I said, it's not what you do, it's who's doing it. It's who's fucking doing it, right? It's not the action. The action the action itself is just neutral, but it's which version of you is doing it. Who is observing the memory, right? Who is observing this good memory? An example. Are you stealing your joy with comparison, just like the other thing I said earlier? Let me explain. Because if you're sitting there, whether it's, again, a better time in your life that you're labeling that, or you're saying, oh, these are the good old days. Oh, this is when we were happy. And if you're remembering those from the awareness, that's why awareness is fucking everything, that I'm remembering this because I'm labeling this as the good old days. This was when times were better. What does that imply? That implies they're not better now. That implies they suck now. Your implications of who you are being, you cannot hide from. You cannot trick reality, because you are reality. You are the consciousness. You are the observer. You can't separate yourself from it. You have dominion over the mind. You have dominion over the whole thing, because why? You're the whole fucking show. But if you're going into like, espilame, right? And then you're like, oh, the good old times when he said he loved me and he held my hand and we had picnics. We had picnics with Moscato and little strawberries. Those were the good old days. The good old days. Well, you just fucking said you were together now. You're together now. Right? It's like you're taking yourself out of having it by comparison. Because you're aware, you're doing it from observing that you don't have it. Instead of looking at that same memory like, you know what? Those are great times. So happy we're together now. We can create more of them. You see that quick switch? Like the observer, which one? One's observing it, being aware they don't have it now. Those are the good old days. That means I don't have it now. And then the other one's like, oh, I love those memories. I'm so happy we're together now. We'll create more of these memories. It's always been good. We've always been fucking good. We've always been connected. We've always had this chemistry. We've always had this fucking bond. Now, can I go back and reminisce? Other ones. Oh, my business, I made so much money at this point in time. Oh, this is good old days. That's when I had 6-figure months. And you're remembering those times. You're remembering the, fucking champagne popping, right? Little trips you were taking. When the views were up. When the subscribers were up. When the engagement. You remember those times, right? Content people who book with me, right? You remember those times? Well, every time you remember that, you're saying you don't have it now, because who's observing it that way? You're taking your manifestation away from you by comparison. You're robbing yourself by looking at it through the lens of the version of you that is now where they don't have it, that you're mingling on better times. And you don't even fucking realize you're doing it. Instead of looking at a time you were thriving, like, damn, I've always been fucking thriving. It's even better now. It's amazing. Nothing but growth. It's always been this way. Right? You could look at the same memories. You could enjoy. Eric, you mean I can't remember good times? I didn't say you fucking can't remember good times. It's which version of you is remembering it. Another trick of the fucking old, remember when they were nice? Right? It's almost like taking that Neville Goddard, I'm not a Neville guy, but taking that remember when, that's completely different. That's like, remember when we were down in the dumps, but look at us now. Right? Comparison is the biggest thief of joy. Whether you're looking at other people, why not me? Why are my friends doing this? Why do they get the promotion? Because you don't understand how reality works. You're just experiencing yourself. That's why Scripture says, see others as you like to see yourself. Do unto others as you would do to yourself. Because it's fucking you. So why are you hating what you're trying to bring in? Because someone else has it. Then you're aware you don't. You don't. That's why you don't. That's why you don't. That's why that's my fourth pillar of identity. Perception. How you view the world is how it would be mirrored back to you. Showing you who you are. Right? Another one. Success stories. Now, there's going to be another victory glory video, you know. Maybe it's 4 hours this time. You know, maybe I'll just make it shorter and have more frequent ones. But the reason why I stopped doing the success, I get a lot of successes, guys. I get a lot of reports back. I don't sit there and fucking have to post every single one. Like, look at me. I don't, you know what I mean? I'm just happy they're getting it, right? But I will share them because a lot of people, you know, like to, show that this is a true thing, right? Even though John 4:48, you know, unless you see signs and wonders, you people never believe. John 4:48, if you keep seeking signs and wonders, it'll never be given. But when you start comparing, you're like, oh, why did they get it so quick? That's why I don't like posting the success stories. But what are they doing? Instead of looking at it like, wow, this is who we are. We are all God and man. We are all one with the divine. All that is. People recognize themselves. They made decisions. They never quit on themselves. They trusted their word. They stayed the same no matter what. No matter what they fucking experienced, they stayed the same. And they experienced their victory and their glory. What they were giving themselves came to pass because it has to. But you, some of you, not you, want to look at these things and like, well, what did they do? Oh, what did you affirm? Oh, how come I didn't do it? What am I doing wrong? So now you're robbing yourself again by comparison. Well, they got it in 4 days. Oh, well, they got it in 2 weeks. Some people took, one of my favorite stories took 11 months. You don't fucking know what has to move around. You don't know what has to fucking move around. But guess what? She didn't even realize it. Didn't even feel like 11 months because she was just it. She was independent of seeing reality change. She didn't need the 3D to show her who the fuck she was. And when you're really setting in that, you don't even fucking notice. You're present. You're not waiting. You're enjoying your life. You're doing what you would normally fucking do. But what do they do? What am I missing? And now reality's going to make sure you're missing something. Now reality's going to make sure you're missing something. Because, again, you're going to start hearing people talk about this, by the way, ninjas. A lot of manifestation is so desired focus. SP, money, bleh. But you don't fucking realize reality's materializing every fucking ounce of your being. You can't stop it. Impossible. How hard it is, how easy it is. If you're doing something wrong, if you're dumb, if you're smart, if you have the mind. Are you stuck? Are you free? Do you get it? Do you don't? Are you enough? Is it enough? Do you know enough? Are you applying it correctly? Do you realize every fucking question you can answer it? Do you realize that? Every fucking question you can answer it, and that's the right answer. Because you're only experiencing your own world. The Gospel of Mary, you all select the laws of your worlds and choose to live by the limitations of them. So, what am I missing? Oh, you're missing it now. Now reality's going to make sure you're missing something. You might watch someone that confuses the fuck out of you now. You might read a book that confuses even more because you're saying, I'm confused, I'm stuck, I don't get it. Nothing's working. Okay, they'll rather make sure nothing's working. You're materializing all of that too. Why do you think Eric says, whenever anything comes to mind, immediately describe it as if it is already the way you would like it to be. Not the way you don't want it to be, and not the way the 3D is showing you, if you don't agree with it or accept it. You don't accept what you don't wish to experience. Again, when you understand how reality works, that I explain in every video, that will make sense to you. And I also, notice how I said anything. I didn't just say just when the SP comes to mind, and then everything else in your life just talk shit. Just keep describing as work is shit. Any area of life that's stressful, keep saying it's stressful. Keep saying you don't get it. Keep saying everything takes time. Keep saying I don't see anything changing. Keep saying I remember when I manifested this person, but they left again. Keep remembering points in time that don't even exist anymore to tell the infinite intelligence this is still true about me now, so you can keep experiencing the same hamster wheel of your own bullshit. But then you complain about it, and then you point fingers, and then then you go on, you'll still watch manifestation content, but then you'll comment negative things. So hopefully you can find someone who agrees with you that it didn't work for them either. So then you can just say, hey, this just shit doesn't fucking work. Well, you know what? It fucking does, but you choosing not to see it. And I can't blame you because you can only see reality for who you are. Right? So you can go on all these different coaches. You can talk shit about them, but it's just you. It's just you. It's just you. This 1000% works. How many victory and glory videos do I got to do? How many do I got in my own fucking story? I don't fucking works, right? So then you start comparing, well, why don't you manifest this? Well, I have to manifest what you want? My life is fucking great. Majority of my fortune right now isn't even from this platform. It isn't even from my services, which I don't even try to sell. I just say, if it's there, if you need it, right? Don't try to sell it. It's there if you need it. If you want to talk to me, it's there. Right? Because no, I am. I always have more than enough and I know it. Because I was given more than enough before I hopped onto YouTube. My inner being, my I am, saved my life. I saved my life. We're all we have. But you keep comparing yourself because it doesn't work for you. Now all these people, there's snake oil. There's snake oil salesman people out there. There are, unfortunately. We have that in our awareness. We will experience it, but you can tell, you can smell, them. The authenticity I talked about in self-concept. Now, if you can't smell it, if you can't tell, I'm sorry, but it's pretty obvious. It's pretty obvious who's real with this shit and who isn't. It's pretty fucking obvious. Like, wake the fuck up, seriously. Pay attention. Observe what you're consuming, and how simple it is, and that you're always right. And all you have to do is describe every aspect of life. You know what? I get it. You know what? I am enough. You know what? I got this. It's a done deal. I'm going to see it as already done, and I understand that the outside cannot confirm or validate, so I'm going to focus on me and my experience and how great, because I know reality reflects me. And if I see evidence of the love I wish to experience, if I see evidence of the money I wish to experience, I'm not going to take it away from myself by comparison of jealousy. If I see someone else succeed, I'm going to be happy for them because I see myself in them, because everything is God outside of me. Everything is the I am, internally and externally. Heaven is both inside and outside of you. But now I understand the divine order of things of as within, so without, that will be done on earth as it is in heaven. So now I know, okay, that's available for me. Things are happening for me. Everything's happening for me. I'm going to stay the same no matter what. Something good happens, good. Something bad happens, good. Nothing's happening, good. I don't need proof, because I am the proof. I am the truth. And I only trust myself. And because I only trust myself, and I know myself and I understand myself as all that is, which is the truth of all things, then I don't need anything outside of me. And if I don't need anything outside of me, I'm always in a constant state of having. And if I'm always in a constant state of having, victory and glory. I'm not going to sit there and bask in memories that take me back to a point in time that makes me start to identify with someone who doesn't have it anymore, that I keep looking at those memories that way instead of looking at it as greatness, because I've always been greatness, right? Seeing someone succeed on success stories, good, that's me. I'm getting evidence of myself because everyone is me in my own consciousness. I'm not going to throw fits and then hate the world because I don't have something, because you don't understand the concepts and you're just taking it away by comparison. You're taking it away from yourself by comparison. And sometimes you don't even realize it. So, really quick recap. Your 4 pillars of identity, everything. Your concept, how you view yourself. The world views you. Concept of self is how you've experienced reality in all different areas through your whole experience. Say it's always been this way, and then claim who you are now. That's in alignment with those two, and then look at the world through the same lens. Not through comparison, not through jealousy, not through hatred. Whether you're looking at it internally or externally, the mind sees it as the same. All right, guys, we're going to hop on here. Do not let comparison be the thief of your joy. All right, I know you're having a great day, but just in case, I'll assume it to be great.